Hello everyone. So today is gonna be 1 week review of being in relationship. Basically a long distance relationship. And I started. So it started on 1st of April, which is an April Fool's Day. And yeah, it's been 7 days. And I would say I'm loving it. Now actually, before starting it, I was always like, I just thought that we won't ever have any argument. But last week, like around Sunday midnight, not midnight exactly, but yeah, around that time, we had this thing, or should I say, just a discussion, which was a heartbreaking discussion for me, because it was literally like things are getting over, everything is over. That's what I felt like. Okay, and I almost gave up on everything. I was like, nothing is gonna happen now. Everything ended before anything started. And actually I had this misconception about myself that I run away from problems, or anything which is like leading to any argument, or anything which involves facing the problem. I feel like I run away, but I find myself literally being the opposite of it. I wanted to face it. I was ready to face it. I wanted to solve it. I was like, I kept my ego aside. Usually I'm like, oh, I'm not just... There are times when I just have my ego there and I won't even talk. But at that time, I just kept my ego aside. I was like, I just want to clear things. I just want to talk as much as I can to get everything clear in my head. That night, I barely slept. I wanted to talk. I wanted to. Even thinking of that night makes me restless, anxious. But to be honest, next day, actually I was so heartbroken that whenever I was replying to him, I was being very harsh. Oh, I don't know whether I should say harsh or toxic. When I'm really hurt, I hurt the other person too, I guess. I was being very sarcastic. I guess the other person wasn't able to understand it, but I was being sarcastic. I felt like I was laughing. I felt like laughing on myself. I felt like, what was all this for the whole time? Like, I was like, I can't be anyone's priority ever. Like, I can't be. No one would sacrifice anything for me. All those I love you things were just few words. And now when it's actually the time to show, people leave me. That's what I was feeling. Somehow the night went, next day started. I thought all the night. I was like, before marriage, because marriage was a thing which was making everything complicated, and things were just getting over because of that thing. So I was like, marriage is not something which is gonna happen tomorrow. So until our marriage, I just want to spend some time with him as much as I can. I want to love him as much as I can, because one thing I knew, that even before meeting him, I was pretty sure that I don't want to marry anyone, because I don't think anyone is made for me before I met him. So I was pretty sure that marriage is not my thing, and even if I won't have him in my life, I don't want anyone else. If there will be anyone, it's him or no one. So I was like, until he gets married, I just want to spend as much of the time as I can. So that's what the idea I proposed him. So, but later on, I went to college, and I remember it was when I was having lunch. Usually in college, I'm not alone. I have my friends with me, and they're always watching me. And but at that time, exactly at that moment, I was like texting him again. I was texting him. I'm talking to him. Okay, before that, so I was in train, and he just actually even before that, because that those things are important. Because when we were having this discussion about marriage, we came to a conclusion. He proposed the idea of let's be friends because he can't lose me and things like that. And I was so heartbroken that I was like, I don't know how to be friends again. What we will be talking about, how to act. I don't know how to be normal again. Just tell me how to be normal. I was so clueless. I was I was just shit. After that morning in train, when I was again texting him, he actually the whole night I was waiting for his text. He'll reply like that. Like he said me good night. He said me he loves me. I was still heartbroken. I just said half-heartedly that I love him. So at that time, I think I said him that really some kind words, some loving words would make me feel better. So he really wrote a paragraph about how much he loves me and he doesn't want to lose me. And I was in train that time. I really felt so better after reading that thing. I wasn't completely better, but I actually felt much more better because I had made my mind at that time that even though I won't have him for my whole life, but do want him for as much as time as I can have him. After that, I was just having college and then back to the lunch thing. Then, so what happened at that time? That I was texting him at that time, and my friend just left at that moment, and he called me. Because I just told him that I have lecture around 2, and it was something 12:30 at that time. He just called me. He said he's at home, but he don't call me at that time because his family is around. But for him, I think his mom was not there, and so his brother went outside and he just called me, and he was whispering and telling me that about all the problem, like the thing we were having argument about, and he solved it. He said we'll work out, and he said that we both should make sacrifice, because earlier I felt like I was the only one, but he said he'll do it. He'll say it. And at that time he cleared everything. He cleared the whole problem. I can't tell you how much relieved I felt after that. I was so happy. I was the happiest person at that time that he's doing so much for me. And after that my love for him increased even more. I love him. I love him a lot. And now you might be thinking that we had that heated argument kind of thing. No, it wasn't even an argument. We were just discussing, okay? So even at that time, I thought that he might hate me for this or that, or I might hate him. But to be honest, I didn't hate him. I hated the situation. I hated the cause because of which we were having this thing. I didn't hate him, not even a single moment. I was pretty sure that I won't be able to hate him, and I was hating myself that I can never be someone's bride. I was literally having this thing the whole night that I was hating myself. But I guess I'm pretty much blessed to have him in my life. I think nothing is much more better than having someone who makes you a priority, having someone who loves you the way you want to be loved, having someone who genuinely cares for you. And yep, I guess I found my soulmate. So yeah, something which I dreamed of when I was a kid, and now it's reality, which I still find very unrealistic. But yeah, that's the thing. And yep, now like one goal is completed. I have another goal. That was not a goal. It was never a goal. It was just, I was like, if I have a soulmate, I'll meet. If God wants, I meet. If not, then not. But yep, that's the thing for this week. And yep, bye bye.